So you filled out your AdSAS and you're wondering what's next. If this is you, this is the video for you, so keep watching. What's going on, everybody? My name is Eli and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today's video, I'm going to be kind of continuing a little series I decided to start. If you're not familiar, a few weeks ago I made a video where I went through the AdSAS, which is the dental school application, on YouTube, going through how to fill it out, etc. So it is now June 8th, which means we are officially a week past the first official day that you can submit your AdSAS, which was June 1st. First off, if you haven't seen the video about how to fill out your AdSAS, you may want to go back and do that, especially if you're in the application cycle this year. If you've already filled out and submitted your AdSAS, congratulations. You're moving on to the next steps. This is an exciting time in your life. Something you have been praying for is about to happen. If you have not submitted your AdSAS yet, please don't be worried. I know people that applied in September. I know people that applied in October. I know people that applied in November and still got into very good schools. In my personal opinion, if you submit your application in the summer, June, July, August, you are technically still early. Most schools aren't sending out any interview invitations until August or early September, late August or early September. So you have time. Whether you completed your application and you're waiting for your DAT scores, whether you're waiting for the date of your DAT exam, you have time. So please don't worry if you are not ready to submit your application yet. So first off, if you're new to the channel, my name is Eli. I'm a second-year dental student at Boston University Goldman School of Dental Medicine. On this channel, I make vlogs following my dental school journey, as well as videos like this where I give advice to pre-dents who are looking to get to the next step. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Share the channel with other pre-dent friends you may have, or just friends that like vlogs, friends that like YouTube. I really appreciate it. If you found this video helpful, please like the video, leave a comment if you have questions. Everything helps and I truly appreciate it. So like I said, I've been thinking about making a series about what to do in the application cycle. I had a video that I made where I went through how to fill out the application, especially the parts that are pretty confusing. Previously, I did a personal statement video. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the best writer, so that's not really a video that I feel comfortable remaking for this series. So we're just gonna move on. I went through how to fill out the application, so now let's talk about what to do after you submit your application. Also, a few people have asked me to make a video about choosing schools, whether it be choosing what schools to apply to, or maybe choosing where you want to go to school after you do your interviews and you are accepted. If this is something you're interested in, please leave a comment under this video and let me know. So in this video, I'm going to give you all a few suggestions on what you could do after you submit your application, and then I'll tell you guys what I did. And what you guys do is still up to you at the end of the day. I am not a professional at anything. I am not on the admissions team at any school. So what I tell you all is just my personal opinion and also my personal experience. But nothing that I say is law, and I want that to be very clear from the jump. And that is in regards to all of my videos. So I know there's like a few things that you guys want to do to, I don't know, get ahead of the game, etc. Following up with admissions officers, etc. Following up with schools, things like that. I know that someone asked me if they should, send some emails just expressing their interest, etc. Make phone calls. I don't know. Here's what I personally think about that. So obviously, when it comes to things in life, persistence is key, consistency is key. All of those things do matter. However, if there's a school that you really want to attend, now it's kind of late to be sending those emails trying to reach out to schools, especially when they are now dealing with an overwhelming volume of applications and the admissions office is busy. They don't have time to read emails of you trying to kiss their butts or, make phone calls to see if you could get a leg up in the admissions process. It's late for that. That's something you do when you're a pre-dent and you reach out and you express interest in the school and see what you need to do before you apply. That's the time to really be doing that. Now it's like it's a little late and it comes off as ingenuine in my opinion because you've already applied. They're going to see your application. Trust me, they're not going to miss your application. Whether they decide to forward your application along the process or put it away, that's going to be decided regardless of whether you send a follow-up email or not. Personally, what I did was sat down and waited. You gotta be patient in this application cycle and you can't let it consume you. Trust me, I know it's easier said than done, but I've been there. Schools are receiving thousands of applications from now to December and beyond, depending on when their application deadline is. They are overwhelmed. They have regular jobs that they have to conduct as well as review these applications, read these personal statements, etc. Some schools may seem like they are taking a long time, but that is their process and their business to handle. It has nothing to do with you. You did your job when you filled out that application correctly and submitted it at the time that you were supposed to submit it. Your job is now done until you get a call for an interview or an email for an interview at the school. Another important thing about this application cycle is that you cannot compare your journey to anybody else's. So whether you're watching my videos and you hear me talk about my personal experiences, that's not going to be the same for anybody else in my class. It's not going to be the same for anybody else in the class of 2026. It's not going to be the same for anybody applying this year to be in the class of 2027. You have your own race, you run your own race, and you complete your race when you complete it. You're not racing against anybody else. If you've never heard this quote before, it's important that you hear it now and carry it throughout the rest of your dental school and your career as a dentist. Comparison is the thief of joy. Just because Johnny from Milwaukee got an interview invitation at, I don't even know what school, at Marquette University, that's in Milwaukee, right? Just because he got an interview invitation at Marquette on September 15th and you didn't, doesn't mean you're not going to get an interview. Maybe Marquette is sending all of their interview invites to in-state students first. Maybe Marquette only sent 30 invites first and they're waiting to see who takes them and who rejects them. Don't worry about that. I fell into this trap when I was applying to dental school. There's a thread on Student Doctor Network that tracks when schools send out their first interview invites. Please, matter of fact, if you're in the application cycle, just stay off of Student Doctor Network. They have a thread for every school. They have a thread for the interview trackers. It's all just there to mess with your head and make you feel crazy things and feel like you're inadequate and feel like you're not going to get into any schools, and just stay away from it. Stay away from it. Student Doctor Network is toxic. If y'all want to know how my application cycle went, I will literally tell you right now. I received my first interview invitation from Boston University, which is the school that I attend, on like September 7th. I submitted my application about a week after the first day it opened. During my cycle, that was June 15th, which was the first day it opened, so I submitted around June 21st or 22nd or something. First interview invitation was September 7th. I did not receive another interview invitation until January of the next year. I did not get into any schools on the first day that they could accept students, which was December 15th for us. It's now back to being June 1st and December 1st, but I had to, make sure y'all knew that the dates for my cycle was different. I did not send any follow-up emails during the time, except for at the school that I interviewed. After my interview, I sent a follow-up email to my interviewer and to the admissions office. I did not send schools, have you looked at my application? Do you still have my application? Unless you got that rejection letter, your application is very much still in the running. After January, or during January, February, March, I don't know if I got anything in April, but I received interviews from VCU, NYU, Tufts, Meharry, Howard. That's it. That's the 5, yeah. Plus BU. So 6 interview invites. I didn't take all my interviews. Trust me. Just because you don't get an interview invite in September does not mean you're not going to get into school. Just because every school has sent out interview invites does not mean they're done sending interview invites. Interviews will go out far into the next year. You have plenty of chances to get into school, and you do not need to worry about it right now, especially during the summer. Please enjoy your summer. School is hard enough. There is no need to start ruining your summer and becoming depressed and stuff. School will do it for you. Let me be the first to tell you. School will do it for you. Enjoy your time before you have school. So, let's say you get an interview invite. What do? Because you know that is part of the application process. That is part of, okay, I submitted my application, so what now? I would say respond promptly. Make sure you pick a day that you know you're going to be able to attend. Make sure you prepare well for your interview. And when I say prepare well, I don't mean go on the internet and look up mock interview questions. Whatever school you get an interview at, you need to be searching high and dry for a student that attends that school and trying to get advice on interviews specific to that school. You never want to walk into an interview blind. You want to at least get the format of the interview. See how it is. Is it laid back? Is it formal? Do they grill you? Do they just have a conversation with you? All of that stuff matters. You want to be prepared before you go into the interview. Never go into an interview blind. If you are someone that watches my channel and you receive an interview invitation and you're struggling to find someone from that school, please do not hesitate to reach out to me, whether it be on Instagram, via email, etc. You all know my network is extensive. You can see that from people I have doing vlogs on my channel from other schools. I can find someone for you. That's literally the very least I can do. That's nothing to me. That's literally nothing to me. If you reach out to me and you need to find someone from that school so you can get some advice, I got you. Please don't hesitate. But I don't want anyone walking into any interview blind, ever. Ever. There's no need for you. There's no need for you to do that. If you're subscribed to my channel, that means you have access to me and you have access to my network. And I am here to help you. So if you need advice on interviewing for a specific school that isn't BU and you cannot find someone from that school, I can find someone. I can help you. Please do not hesitate to ask. Anyway, that's all that I have to say for today's video. If you're in the application cycle right now, I'm wishing you the best of luck. I know you're going to do well. Trust me. Stay patient. Don't stress yourself out. Run your own race and do not compare yourself to anybody else in the application cycle or anyone else that has done the cycle before. You will be fine. You have been working hard to get to this moment that you're in right now. There are times that you used to pray that you could be in the position that you are in right now. And it'll work out every way that it's supposed to. So, thank you all for watching this video. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.